Hey guys, it's Heather from Cookies for Breakfast here with the Pregnancy Week 27 vlog update. I am filming with a friend today. Benjamin is here watching Chicken Little, which we discovered over the weekend, and he thinks it's hilarious. I don't really think he understands it, but if you hear any giggles, that's what it is. So just a couple quick things this week. Let's see. The biggest thing of the week, honestly, has been the C-section scar pain and back pain. It's been terrible. It started, I think, I've been having it obviously throughout because I've talked about it a lot. But just in the past week, it's become almost unbearable. There's been a couple times that a few times where it was really even difficult to walk because it was so bad. I was Googling excruciating C-section scar pain, excruciating back pain. It's been really that bad. So I think the worst, when I say the worst day, it started really getting really bad either Wednesday or Thursday of this past week. And it continues. It kind of waxes and wanes. In the morning sometimes it's not that bad, but then it gets worse as I get up and start moving around. I think it was yesterday, Benjamin took a nap and I took a nap too. And when he woke up, I could hardly move at all. I could hardly get out of bed to get him out of his crib. I could hardly walk. It was just I couldn't sit. I couldn't stand. There was nothing that was comfortable. It was just unbelievable. And that was the first time I actually cried because it hurt so bad. And I typically don't cry from pain. I don't even remember the last time I cried out of pain. Not after I had a C-section, not in the hospital with it, nothing. So it's been really, really bad. So I talked to one of the nurses at my practice, and this was, when was it? I think it was Thursday when it was really bad. And she said that, if it keeps getting worse or if it continues, to give them a call, but, she thought it was just, if the baby was having a growth spurt or something, it's just really stretching everything. She wasn't overly concerned at all. So it has been continuing. There have been days when it's gotten worse, and I don't think it's anything out of the ordinary because right now I'm living almost 2 hours away from the office. I don't really want to call them and have them be like, oh, come in for an appointment, and then drive all the way out there. And then have them, say that it's fine. So I'm trying to put that off. I actually have, now that I'm on the every 2 week schedule, I'm that far along. I'm going to be going to my next appointment, not this coming Tuesday, but next Tuesday anyway. So I'm kind of waiting to see if I can just, hold out until then, because I have to go anyway. I don't want to drive 2 hours for a special appointment. One, because I don't want to waste the gas, and two, I don't really think that they're going to be able to tell me anything. But when I'm there, I do want to have them check it out. I was planning on, once we move, start going to a chiropractor because I still have some back pain from when I was hit by a car, which actually that's part of the C-section scar pain. When it's really bad on the opposite side of where it's on the left, and the opposite side, it goes right through. It hurts in the front, and the scar, it's not the whole scar, it's only the left side. And it goes right through to my back. So I'm having really bad back pain on the opposite side of the scar. So this just cracks me up. I don't know if you can hear him laughing. Oh, sorry. Just makes me laugh. Anyway, so I've been waiting to see the chiropractor for the back pain and a bunch of other things too. So I wanted to wait till we move because she's located where we're moving. But it's also near my midwife office, somewhat close. So I was thinking that I would, if it gets bad enough, I'm going to see if I can get an appointment with her for, sorry, I can't focus because he just is laughing, which I hope that you can hear this video, otherwise I'm going to look like a total loony bin. So anyway, I would like to piggyback that with the midwife appointment so I can make one trip out there. But my dad is having knee replacement surgery this week, so next week, which is when I would have this appointment. I'm not really sure if I'll have anybody to watch Benjamin for basically an entire day. So that's the only thing that's kind of keeping me from doing that. So yeah, I'm interested. I don't know what's causing it. From what I can read online, it's probably scar tissue that is just people who typically have this problem, the scar tissue is adhered to like other organs, like your bladder or something, which could be related to why I feel like I have to pee all the time. So I don't know, and that's just like a big old mess because there's obviously nothing I can do about that. Um, and I don't know if the car accident had anything to do with it, getting hit by a car, because it's in the exact same spot where I've been having pain in my back where I was hit. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. Other than that, let's see. This past week, I can't remember if this was even covered in last week's video, like in advance, if it was something that I did like a sneak peek on. But we had a huge mishap, disaster with the kitchen in the new house. The cabinets were ordered the wrong size, so they don't fit. They're too big. So we had to reorder 4 cabinets, which is probably going to delay the house another week, which sent me completely over the edge. Just totally freaking out. It was awful. So I was dealing with that this past week. Just another complete meltdown. I'm not handling the delays well because we're supposed to be in before Halloween because Benjamin needs to go trick-or-treating. And sorry if that sounds silly, but it's very important. There's really no place here where we live that he can go trick-or-treating. You know what? I did talk about this in last week's video. I know I did. Because I remember discussing Halloween. So anyway, we were dealing with that this week. Had a bunch of trips out to Lowe's. I went with Benjamin, then the 3 of us went. We went with Derek when he was here over the weekend. And I've got to go again this week. So yeah, Saturday, we were hoping to make it to, there's like a small Oktoberfest festival around us here. But we had to go to Lowe's, we had to go to the house, we had to go to a nursery, and we just didn't make it back in time. So hopefully this coming weekend we can get in some fall fun because everyone has been doing all their apple picking and pumpkin picking and doing all this fall fun stuff, and we haven't gotten to do anything. He's at the top of the bell. We haven't gotten to do anything because every time either Derek's here or I'm at home at his parents' house, we have other house things to do and we just haven't had time. So this weekend we're planning on doing some type of a hayride, pumpkin picking, cider, something like that. So I'm looking forward to that. For other symptoms, I can't believe this is the last on my list, but it's probably the most important. I failed my glucose test that I had last week. I actually was feeling kind of good about it after I had the test, which was silly because I guess the cutoff I think they said was 129 and I was at 138. But they couldn't say if that number put me in like a category that's more likely to fail a 3-hour test or if it doesn't. They said basically it doesn't matter. I could have been at like 260. I don't even know if that's possible, and would be no more likely or unlikely to pass or fail the next test based on that number. So have to do a 3-hour test, which I'm really freaking out about because with Benjamin I failed the 1 hour and I barely passed the 3-hour. Like it was by the skin of my teeth, barely made it. So that's highly unfortunate and I am just really nervous. I actually seem to remember, and I could be just making this up, when I failed the 1 hour with Benjamin, my numbers were similar. They were very close to the cutoff. So I don't know. I just hope, please, everybody light a candle, say a prayer. I'm not sure when the 3-hour test is going to be. They're supposed to be sending me paperwork, but start praying or something that I pass because I'm freaking out about that. I can't even think about, I mean, it would just be a tragic period to have to live on a diabetic diet for the next several months. But let's think about it's October, so I would be missing all of the holidays on eating a diabetic diet. Like, you would even understand, like... Soda. What are they doing? Soda. Food is my love language. Soda. So are carbs. Soda? Soda? You don't even know what soda is. So missing out on like all the good food for the holidays would just totally kill me. So I'm very distraught about that. Hopefully I pass. I'm not sure. They want me to be on a special diet for 3 days beforehand, which is interesting because when I had to take the 3-hour test with Benjamin, I just had to fast. I couldn't eat anything, I think, from midnight the day before until when I had the test. So it's kind of strange. I don't know why the test is different, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm just very concerned about that. And I've already, they gave me the paperwork when I was pregnant with Benjamin. I've gotten it already this time about like the recommended meals if you have gestational diabetes. And it infuriates me every time because they have ridiculous suggestions in there. They suggest that you eat things with fake sugar like aspartame and all this chemical crap, which is not good for anybody, let alone a developing human being. I'm not gonna drink diet soda or anything like that, and be exposing. Like I don't drink. I'm not. I've totally given up that stuff anyway. I'm not gonna be eating light yogurt with all that fake crap in it. It just boggles my mind that they suggest these things as like a good alternative. Like they should not be suggesting that at all. They suggest to me, obviously, like pregnant women aren't supposed to eat deli meat, and they say, oh, have a couple slices of turkey and a piece of cheese for lunch. No, you can't eat that unless you want to microwave it. And who wants microwaved hot deli meat? That's just disgusting. So, yeah, so you can see when I think about these suggestions for the diabetic diet, they make me very upset because they're just absurd and sucky. I mean, who wants to count fruit? Like, fruit is supposed to be healthy. I know fruit has a lot of sugar in it, but it's not like you're eating candy or cookies. Like, I don't know. Fruit is one of the few super healthy things that I eat very frequently. So to have to keep track of that, oh God, it just makes me very angry. So let's all hope that I pass and it's not a big deal. I don't know. It's especially, I mean, obviously you don't want to have gestational diabetes. If you're on the diet, you want to follow it, but especially because I want to be back, I can't be having a 14-pound baby, so it would be extremely important for me to follow it. So anyway, that's that. And the other thing is that I've just been getting tired really easily, like with the whole like having a lot of difficulty walking because of the C-section pain and everything. I just get really tired and like out of breath really easily. Like just in the past week, this is very unusual. I don't remember feeling this way until like the very, very end of my pregnancy with Benjamin. So hopefully it's just like maybe it's a growth spur week or something's going on. But obviously getting tired after doing small things does not bode well because we're going to be moving and I'm going to be unpacking the whole house. So hopefully that clears up soon. And I guess that's it. That's it for this week. So we'll do a quick, put my notebook back. Do one of these. It's looking crazy. I know I said last week that I looked full term. Now I even look even more close to full term. So that is it, and I will see you next week. Bye.